Hi guys, this is Mark McRae, and we are continuing with the theme of vision, because nothing happens without vision. There's no point in talking about strategy and execution and all of the other things that come with it unless you have somewhere to head. And this is a part of some training I did on vision. And I'm going to read a quote by Nikola Tesla. "The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. To understand the true nature of the universe, one must think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." So if you think in terms of running a team, leadership in a team, the most important thing, I think, is energy. The team must have energy, and a lot of that comes from the leader of that team, the leader of the project, the owner of the business, the CEO. There must be energy. Nothing really happens unless there's energy in a company. And don't worry about people if they've got too much energy and they're making mistakes. That's fine. If people aren't making mistakes, they're not extending themselves far enough. Then comes frequency. So we have energy and frequency. One of your jobs as the visionary, as the person who's leading the team, is to make sure everybody is on the same frequency. I see a lot of businesses where the business is taking over, is doing kind of okay, but everybody's kind of on their own frequency. And your job as a leader is to get everybody on the same frequency, headed in the same direction, so there's one frequency for your team. And then, once you have the energy and you've got everybody pointing in the same direction, it's that vibration, it's the pulse. And if you've worked in large organizations, you'll realize that a company has it's almost like a pulse. You can walk into some companies and you'll feel a different pulse, a different energy in the organization. Many years ago, I was the gaming manager of a large casino operation, and one of the more senior managers walked into the gaming floor and he says, "We're losing." And I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "How do you know we're losing? You haven't looked at anything." He said, "I can tell by the vibration, I can tell by the frequency, I can tell by," he said, "I just know." He said, I know when things are going well and I know when they're going bad without being told." And that's a kind of extreme example, but you will find that if it's harder to identify if there's 1 or 2 or 3 of you, but if there are groups of 10, 15, 20, 50 people, you'll see that some days have more energy than others. But as the leader of the organization, it's your job to try and keep that constant vibration and keep that everybody on the same frequency and keep the energy high. If you like these tips, the best place to find me is on YouTube under Mark McRae. Thanks, guys.